The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Detroit! Set!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Newman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first down carry for Barkley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Gun!
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Barkley. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And incomplete to open things up. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Gone!
Now back to throw. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And New York set to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man, complete. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Set! 319! 319!
A toss out to Barkley. And an alley to run. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
58. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He made and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Into the Redskins have it. They do. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Watching that, Barney.
On first down, this is Geis. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Over, over! Over, over! Hut! Hut!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants! So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A handoff to Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, they showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Over, 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 over. Hut. Hut. Hut.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Switch up! Switch up! Detroit!
Here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tavecchio puts this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot! Gone! 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 Gone!
Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Gone! Over!
He'll drop to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
We got three. Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. Here's a give to Barkley. And a short gain here down to the 22. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Tavecchio is good. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working and call more of that.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
No, check.
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. So he'll check it down to Geis. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Over.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds a man with a crossing route. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Set. Blue 90.
Now Saquon Barkley, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll look to throw. Able to find his running back, Geis. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. Oh, now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He gets it in the hands of Geis. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now out come the Giants. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun. I'm coming. Hot.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 81 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This fielded at the 2. A nice little juke. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Detroit! Over!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Detroit! Over!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone. And that
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. Nifty move. And he's got some space here. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Play fake here on first down. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, here.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Gone! 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 Over!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the handoff, it's Geis. Shrugs him off. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
He finds an opening past the 40. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center. You
mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Over.
They'll They'll begin with a run by Coleman. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Giants on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the crossing route, complete. It's Grant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw now on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. This is Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. And And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.